Hello Earthlings, welcome to first installment of Color My Sound Ableton tutorials. I have been doing many modular reviews on this channel, so if you like that stuff, please check it out. It happens that I'm also Ableton certified trainer, and I might have a couple of tricks up my sleeve that I would share with you. So let's start with the first episode, in which I will show you my favorite features of the upcoming Ableton 10. As you probably know, it will hit the streets any time now. I have been fortunate enough to use the beta version of Ableton 10 for a few months now, and although I do love all the flashy, sexy stuff like wavetable synthesizer and the echo device and all the other stuff, what matters most for me are the workflow improvements. For example, a simple yet so important grouping within a grouping feature. I have a rock mix, and in such a typical rock mix you would have a lot of tracks, for example, for percussion. These are all percussion tracks, you know. I have overheads here, ambient mics, I have some kicks, I have snare top, snare bottom, and toms, a lot of stuff. When you want to take control of all of this, you have to subgroup it. So I have all of those tracks subgrouped. I have a drum bus right here. Previously, if I wanted to control overheads like this, I couldn't subgroup them. I would have to create an extra track like here, go into the inputs, and route it here, and so on and so on. Now I can just highlight those tracks, press Ctrl G again, and I would have a subgroup like so, like I have it here on toms, for example, and I could just throw some compressors or whatever and control both tracks with one fader. So that's a really big improvement for me. The second one is the introduction of a true panning knob. Previously you only had a balance knob, which was not a problem if you had only mono signals, because with mono signal you can just pan it wherever you want and there's no problem. You want it left, right, do it. Previously, if you pan the stereo signal extremely left or right, you would just lose one of the channels. Now if I wanted to pan it precisely, I just right click on the pot, select split stereo pan mode, and then you have it. A separate control for left and a separate control for right, so we can precisely pan that stereo signal in a panorama. If you want to go back to the balance knob, just right click it again and repeat the procedure. The third improvement I found most significant was the introduction of collections, which helps you find your favorite plugins, files, presets faster. It's a really effective tagging system, in fact. If you take a look on the left here, I have created some different categories like EQs, comps, distortion and modulation, reverbs and delays, and so on and so on. Procedure is really easy. So for example, if you want to tag a plugin or preset or whatever, like for example, Disto 64, let's say I want to put it into comp category, which is the second one, I could just drag it in here, or instead I could press one of the numerical pads on my computer keyboard. Like 1 is for the first category, 2 is for the second, and so on. So for example, if I want to put that into compressors category, I would just press 2, and there you see an orange icon appeared, meaning that it has assigned it to compressors category. And now if I go to the compressors, as you can see, it's right here. Now if I want to take it out of here, I just press 0 and it's gone. And the next time I come up here, it's no longer in this category. I'll see you next time. I will be back with many other Ableton tutorials on sounds, sound design, and combining Ableton and modular, because that's what I love doing most. Bye bye and take care.